This afternoon, we will showcase our kindergarten, first, and second grade students, followed by our third, fourth, and fifth grade students. Before we get started, there are some special people we'd like to thank for making today possible. Thanks to Dr. Moore and our Board of Trustees, especially Trustee Norma Hernandez, who's in our audience today, for their leadership and for supporting prose and poetry programs on all of our campuses. Thanks to our other helpers who are here working today, from setup to cleanup to refreshments and check-in to supervising students behind the stage and taking pictures and working the sound. They made today's event great. Thank you so much to our community partner, Peter Piper Pizza, who provided coupons to each of our participants today. And lastly, we'd like to thank our parents, family members, and campus staff who've worked with these students before, during, and after school hours. This morning, we held our practice for the students here in the auditorium, and we were blown away by the students' poise and presentation skills on the stage. And now, please give a warm welcome to our MC for today, who will be conducting this competition, Ms. Holly Malloy, the Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction and Professional Development.
Hi, welcome. So glad y'all are all here with us today. Your students have worked extremely hard in preparation for today's competition, so we are asking for your assistance in providing them with a relaxing and disruption-free environment for which to perform. So please turn off your cell phones or turn them on to vibrate. If you must take a call, please step out into the hallway. If you have a young child that needs some extra attention, please step out into the hallway as well. Out of respect to our performers, please remain seated during each performance. If you do need to step out, please do so between performances. And please feel free to show proper appreciation for each performer. Once the next performer's number is called, please give full attention to that student. Okay, today's participants are all campus winners in their respective age groups. First, our K2 participants will perform, followed by the 3-5 participants. At the conclusion of the showcase, each participant will receive a medal and certificate. Our showcase will now begin. First, we will showcase our K2 students, followed by our 3-5 students. Contestants will be called in campus alphabetical order. So we're going to now call up our K2 students. So we have our K2 students now making their way to the stage. Let's give a round to our K2 students. Round of applause. We're going to give them a minute or two to get up here and get settled and get ready for their presentation. In addition, to ensure everyone has the best opportunity to perform, we will pause and wait for the 12:20 bell that's going to ring here at North Shore Senior High. We're going to wait for you to perform, but I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to everybody, okay? All right, please welcome Michaela Monceballes. She is a second grader from Cimarron Elementary School. But Michaela, don't start yet for me, okay? Because I think you're going to hear a bell ring in just a moment, and I don't want it to interrupt you, okay? So let's wait just a moment. Let's see. So I'm glad we found that out. We could have been waiting for quite some time. Okay, Miss Michaela, are you ready?
Yeah.
Please.
Yes.
You may begin.
I am gonna be doing popcorn. Popcorn, silly in a pan. Shake it up, pan, pan. Popcorn, nice and hot. Shake it up, pop, pop.
Okay, next, let's welcome Alex Trejo, a second grader from Cloverleaf.
Hola, yo soy Axel Trejo, estoy en segundo grado, vengo de la escuela Cloverleaf Elementary y voy a recitar mi poema de Amigo Libro, escrito por Jesús Pascual. Amigo libro, eres tú, amigo libro, ventana del mundo y en tus páginas admiro lo que mi vista no pudo. Eres tú, amigo libro, quien nos muestra nuevas sendas. Eres tú, amigo libro, la aventura que he soñado, el poema que recito, el cuento que me ha calmado. Eres tú, amigo libro, compañía en mi soledad, silencio para salir del ruido que rodea mi caminar. Eres tú, amigo libro, quien nos muestra nuevas sendas y nos abre nuevos caminos, amigo que alivia las penas. Gracias.
Next, we'll welcome Diego Silva, a kindergartner from Galena Park Elementary.
Todo está en su sitio. Los lobos en el monte, los pollitos en el corral, los peces en el agua, los barcos en el mar. Ya todo está en su sitio, ya todo en su lugar. Los niños en la escuela y los patos a volar. Cuac, cuac, cuac. Autora, Gloria Fuertes. Gracias.
Next, we have Serena Bors, a kindergartner from Green Valley Elementary.
My name is Serena Bors. Today, I'm going to say a poem named All of Me by Jessica McDonald. My hands are for clapping. My arms can hug tight. My fingers can snap or can turn on the light. My legs are for jumping. My eyes help me see. This is my body and I love all of me.
Let's welcome Carter McCullough, second grader from Havard Elementary.
Homework, I hate you, you stink. I wish I could wash you in the sink. If only a bomb would explode you to bits. Homework, you're giving me fits. I'd rather take baths with a man-eating shark. The rest of a lion alone in the dark. You spinach and liver with the porcupines and taco the homework, you're last on my list. I simply can't see why you even exist. If you just disappeared, it would tickle me pink. Homework, I hate you, you stink.
Okay, let's welcome Sophia Garcia, a second grader from Jacinta City Elementary.
Can I adjust it? I fell asleep in class today by Ken Nesbitt. I fell asleep in class today. As I was awfully bored, I laid my head upon my desk and closed my eyes and snored. I woke to find a piece of paper sticking to my face. I slobbered on my textbooks, and my hair was a disgrace. My clothes were badly rumpled, and my eyes were glazed and red, and my binder left a 3-ring indentation in my head. I slept through class, and I probably would have slept some more, except my students woke me as they headed out the door.
Next, let's welcome Micah Rosinette, a kindergartner from MacArthur.
Open a book by Jane Basquill. Open a book and you can find people and places of every kind. Open a book and you can share wondrous worlds you find in there. Open a book and you can be anything that you want to be. Open a book and I will too. You read to me and I'll read to you.
Next, we have Jason Cespedes, a kindergartner from Normandy Crossing Elementary.
El título de mi poema es Pedro el Panda. Pedro el Panda se está moviendo. Pedro el Panda se está riendo. Pedro el Panda está cansado. Ahora Pedro el Panda está sentado.
Next, let's welcome Lily Llewellyn, a second grader from North Shore Elementary.
Hello, my name is Lily Llewellyn, and the poem I will be doing is Boa Constrictor by Shel Silverstein. Oh no, I'm being eaten by a boa constrictor, a boa constrictor, a boa constrictor. I'm being eaten by a boa constrictor, and I don't like it one bit. What do you know? It's nibbling my toe. Oh gee, it's up to my knee. Oh my, it's up to my thigh. Oh fiddle, it's up to my middle. Oh heck, it's up to my neck. Oh dread, it's up to my...
Next, we welcome Valentina Zaldana, a kindergartner from Purple Sage Elementary.
Buenas tardes. Mi poema se llama Un gusanito, autor desconocido. Un gusanito. ¿Qué tienes ahí? Un gusanito. ¿Con qué lo mantienes? Con pan y quesito. ¿Con qué le das agua? Con botecito. ¿Lo mataremos? No, pobrecito. Gracias.
Let's welcome Sophia Valdez, a second grader from Pyburn Elementary.
Jehová es mi pastor, y nada me faltará. En lugares delicados pastos me hará descansar. Junto a aguas de reposo me apastorará. Confortará mi alma, me guiará por senda de justicia con amor a su nombre. Aunque ande en valle de sombra y muerte, no temeré de mal alguno, porque tú estarás conmigo. Tu vara y tu cayado me infundirán aliento. Aderezas mesas delante de mí, en presencia de mis angustiadores. Unges mi cabeza con aceite, mi copa está rebosando. Ciertamente el bien y la misericordia me seguirán todos los días de mi vida, y en la casa de Jehová moraré por largos días. Salmo 23. Gracias.
Next, we have Jeremiah Hernandez, a second grader from Sam Houston Elementary.
I should have stayed in bed today, and bed's very long. Soon as I got up today, things started going wrong. I had a splinter in my foot. My puppy made me fall. I squirted toothpaste in my ear. I crashed into the wall. I knocked more homework off the desk. It landed on my toes. I spilled a glass of chocolate milk. It soaked into my clothes. I accidentally bit my tongue. That really made me moan. And it was far from funny when I banged my funny bone. I scraped my knees. I bumped my nose. I sat upon a pin. I leapt up with alacrity and sharply barked my shin. I stuck a finger in my eye. The pain is quite severe. I better get right back to bed and stay there for a year.
Let's welcome next Sophia Livas, a first grader from Shirley J. Williamson.
Hello, my name is Sophia Leva. I'm a first grade. My teacher is Miss Mala. My poem is Muñeco de Nieve. Muñeco de nieve, nariz de zanahoria, bufanda y botones. Muñeco de nieve, te quiero montones. Te pondré los ojos y la boca de carbón. Te pondré un sombrero y mitones de algodón. Muñeco de nieve, te quiero un montón.
Next, we have Angela Paris, a kindergartner from Tice Elementary.
Hola, mi nombre es Ángela Paras from Tice Elementary y voy a presentar Tengo una muñeca vestida de azul con su camisita y su canesú. La llevé a paseo y se menstruyó. La tengo en la cama con mucho dolor. Esta mañanita me dijo el doctor que le dejará ver con un tenedor. Brinca la tablita, ya la brinqué. Bríncala tú ahora porque ya me cansé. 2 y 2 son 4, 4 y 2 son 6, 6 y 2 son 8 y 8, 16. Estos son los besos que te voy a dar, que te mejores y puedas pasear. Ahora a cantar. Tengo una muñeca vestida de azul, con su camisita y su cane azul. La llevé paseo y se me enfrió. La tengo en la cama con mucho dolor. Esta mañanita muere el doctor, que le dejará ver con un tenedor. Brinca la tablita, yo la brinqué. Blíncala tú ahora porque ya me cansé. 2 y 2 son 4 y 4 y 2 son 6. 6 y 2 son 8 y 8, 16. Estos son los besos que te voy a dar, que te mejores y puedas pasear. Gracias.
Let's welcome Abril Pina, our first grader from Woodland Acres Elementary School.
Hola, soy Abril y hoy voy a decir la poesía del diente de león, de la flor del diente de león. Soy la florecita del diente de león, parezco en la hierba un pequeño sol. Me estoy marchitando, ya me marchité. Me estoy deshojando, ya me deshojé. Ahora soy un globo fino y delicado. Ahora soy de encaje plateado. Somos las semillas del diente del león, unas arañitas de raro primor que unidas nos puso la mano de Dios. Ahí viene el viento, hermanas, adiós.
This concludes our kinder through second grade showcase. Can I say, oh my gosh, I am so impressed with the work they have put in. It showed tremendously. Give them a hand, please. So at this time, I'm going to ask our 3rd through 5th grade students to make their way to the stage. Welcoming our 3rd through 5th grade performers. All right, here we go. Our first 3 through 5 grade performer is Patience Day from Cimarron Elementary.
Hi, my name is Patience Day, and I go to Cimarron Elementary. My poem is going to be Food by Andrew Vu. Food. Everybody eats it and really, really needs it. You can buy it anywhere, in a mall and a shop, and of course at your grocery store. Food boosts your energy and makes you strong. Food makes you happy and makes you feel awake. Food can make you hungry, which makes you feel like you can eat a horse. Food has multiple flavors such as salty and sweet. You have crispy burgers and soft donuts and a lot more to eat. Chomp, chomp, the sound of eating, the sound of hunger, the sound of excellent food.
Next, we will welcome Layla Gonzalez, a 5th grader from Cloverleaf Elementary.
Patrick Henry, give me liberty, give me death. March 23rd, 1775, Richmond, Virginia. The battle, sir, is not to the strong alone. It is to the vigilant, the active, the brave. Besides, sir, we have no election. If we are base enough to desire it, it is now too late to retire from the contest. There's no retreat but in submission and slavery. Our chains are forged. Their clanking may be heard from the plains of Boston. The war is inevitable, and let it come. I repeat it, sir, let it come. It is in vain, sir, to extenuate the matter. Gentlemen may cry, peace, peace, but there is no peace. The war has actually begun. The next gale that sweeps from the north will bring to our ears the clash of resounding arms. Our brethren are already in the fields. Why stand we here idle? What is it the gentlemen wish? What would they have? Is life so dear, or peace so sweet, to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery? Forbid it, Almighty God. I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty, or give me death.
Next, please welcome Gabriela Salazar, a 5th grader from Galena Park Elementary.
My mom holds her accent like a shotgun with 2 good hands. Her tongue all brass knuckle, slipping in between her lips, her hips all laughter when clap. She speaks a sancocho of Spanish and English, pushing up and against one another in rapid fire. There's no telling my mother to be quiet. My mother don't know quiet. Her voice is one size, better fit all, and you best not tell her to hush. She's waited too many years for her voice to arrive, to be told it needed housekeeping. So it don't matter from the next room or in the park, my mom is still gonna shout my name like, Dene, ven por aquí. See, English sits in her mouth remixed. So strawberry becomes a strawberry, and cookie becomes a cookie. And kitchen, chicken, and keychain all sound the same. My mama doesn't say yes, she says aha. And suddenly the sky in her mouth becomes a Hector Lavoe song. Her tongue can't lay it so fat enough for the English language. It got too much hip, too much bone, too much conga, too much cuarto, two-step. It got too many piano keys in between her teeth. It got too much clave, too much hand clap, hand clap. It got too much clave, too much hand clap, hand clap. It got too much hip, too much bone, too much conga, too much cuarto, two-step. It got too many piano keys in between her teeth. It got too much salsa to sit still. It's being an anxious child wanting to make Play-Doh out of concrete English would be too neat for her kind of wonderful. Her words spill in conversation between women whose hands are all they got. Sometimes our hands are all we got. And our accents remind us that we are still bomba, still plena, say huepa. And a stranger becomes your hermano, say dale. And a crowd becomes a family reunion. My mother's tongue is a telegram from her mother, decorated with the coquis of el campo. So even though her lips can barely stretch themselves around English, her accent is a stubborn compass, always pointing her towards home.
Please welcome Allison Pitts, a fifth grader from Green Valley Elementary.
Hello, my name is Allison Pitts. A Friend by Douglas, was it Florin? Yeah, Florian, my bad. A friend is a friend to the end. She's loyal and faithful and true. A friend's always there to help and to care. She's honest and always true blue. And when you're in need, she'll come with great speed. If need be, she'll yell and she'll holler. A friend is a friend to the end. So friend, can you loan me $1?
Please welcome Olivia Washington, a fourth grader from Havard Elementary.
Hi, I will be reciting My Graduation by Joanne Early Mackin. Here's my graduation picture. See our caps and gowns? We felt like kings and queens in robes with tassels on our crowns. As I waited for my turn to march, when teacher called my name, she shook my hand and gave me my diploma in a frame. Douglas tripped and ripped his gown. Rachel lost her cap. We ate some cake, we said goodbye, and we all went home to nap. Thank you.
Up next is Natalie Cardenas, a fifth grader from Jacinta City Elementary.
Hello, my name is Natalia Cardenas, and I will be presenting A Passage from Refugee by Alan Gratz. Isabel, the streets of Florida, somewhere north of Cuba, 1994. Senor Castillo was in charge of the boat. No one had a boarded or named captain, but he had built the boat. The rest of Havana had faded to a speck on the horizon behind them. Isabel clung to the wooden bench she sat on. Their boat was barely big enough for 7 people. Do you know what the greatest achievements of Cuban Revolution are? Isabel's father asked. Education, public health, and sports, they all said together. And do you know what the greatest failures are? He asked.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the adults answered back. How long would it take to get to Florida? She asked. Senor Castillo shrugged. By tomorrow night, maybe? Tomorrow morning, we'll have the sun to guide us. What do you think the United States will be like? Asked Isabel's mother. Isabel had stopped to think. What would the United States be like? She hadn't had much time to even imagine. Shelves full of food at the store, Senor Castillo said. Being able to choose who I vote for, Luis said. Isabel listened as everyone would list more and more things they were looking forward in the States. Clothes, food, sports, movie, travel, school opportunity. It all sounded so wonderful, but when it came down to it all Isabel really wanted was a place where she and her family could be together and happy. What do you want to do when you get there? Senor Castillo asked my father. He hesitated while everyone stared at him, his eyes searching. Be free, Papi said finally. Thank you.
Please welcome Juliana Longoria, a fourth grader from MacArthur Elementary.
Good afternoon. The name of my prose today is Dork Diaries, Tales from a Not-So-Perfect Pet Sitter by Rachel Renee Russell. Wednesday, April 30th, 4:05 p.m. at my locker. Okay, I've tried really hard to be polite about all of this. But sorry, I just can't take it anymore. If I hear Mackenzie Hollister's name one more time, I'm gonna scream. I can't believe the whole school is still gossiping about her, like they're obsessed or something. If Mackenzie were here, she'd love this. If Mackenzie were here, she'd hate that. This school isn't the same without Mackenzie. OMG, I miss Mackenzie so much. Mackenzie! Ugh! Listen up, people. Mackenzie has been gone for an entire week, and she's not coming back. So, cry yourself a river, build a bridge, and get over it already. Okay, I'll admit it. I was as shocked and surprised as everyone else when she left unexpectedly. But Mackenzie hated my guts and made my life miserable. And to be honest, it seems like she's still here. I know this sounds weird, but it's almost like I can feel her presence, even now as I'm writing in my diary. But that's probably because all the tacky junk kids are leaving for her is hogging up all the space at my locker. I'm sure she's loving that her former ex-BFF, Jessica, turned her empty locker into a, "We miss you, Mackenzie." Please. It's obvious to me that Mackenzie is still controlling students, especially after that very pathetic and overdramatic farewell letter she emailed to the school newspaper this morning. The editor actually published it for the entire school to read. OMG. Mackenzie went on and on about how she was drained from the needless suffering and decided to end it all by moving to a much healthier environment. I'm sure she said all that stuff to make everybody feel sorry for her, just in case I decided to expose all the terrible things she did before she left. Just thinking about all of this makes me so angry I could chew rocks. I know I probably shouldn't say this because it's kind of harsh, but Mackenzie reminds me of one of those disposable baby diapers. Why? They're both plastic, totally self-absorbed, and full of poop.
Please welcome up next Naya Busio, a fifth grader from Normandy Crossing Elementary.
Hello, the name of my selection is Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. You may write me down in history with your twisted, bitter lies. You may shroud me in the very dirt, but still like dust, I'll rise. Does my sadness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk and I got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tide, just like hope springing high, still I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my hardiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, 'cause I laugh like our gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still like air, I'll rise. Does my prettiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from a path of truth and pain, I rise. On a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I burn the tide. Leave behind the nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that is wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I'm the dream and hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise.
Please welcome Madeline Arenales, a 4th grader from North Shore Elementary.
Art is Hard by Garrett Lancaster. Painting's really difficult with pencils are nonplussed. Charcoal just gets everywhere and crayons are a bust. Pastels are too tricky and pens, they lead to splodge. Gluing's just too sticky. Paper mache, I just bodge. Art is really taxing. This creating tires me out and I'm really far too messy. Of that I have no doubt. So there's paint upon the ceiling and pencil on the chair. There's pastel dust just everywhere. Mom's shrieking with despair. Our dog stuck to his basket. Crayon scrawled across the door. I think it'll be quite a while till I create once more.
Please welcome Gabriel Zaldana, a 3rd grader from Purple Sage Elementary.
Good afternoon. My poem is called My Family, and the author is Ximena Montia Rivera. My family. When I dream in my family, I think how much I love them and how much they love me, and how happy I feel when they hug me. We like to dance, play, and sing. We jump waves and look at the sea. We pick up flowers of many colors. We count stars, cars, and lamps. Hand in hand, we go for walks to the park, to the market or the mall, maybe to the mountains, the fields, or the sea. If we are together, who cares what place it is? If we are together, let's enjoy the day. I love my family and they love me. They make me feel I am happy. By their side, I like to learn, for I feel loved and also safe. There is no other family like mine because each one is unique and original. Small or large, diverse or not, your family will always be the best of the lot. It doesn't matter the relation between them. It doesn't matter the colors or people they are. You have a family if there is love, for it is the heart that binds us all. Thank you.
Please welcome Genesis Vargas, a 5th grader from Pyburn Elementary.
I'll be reading Please Don't Read This Poem. Please don't read this poem. It's only meant for me. That's it. Move along now. There's nothing here to see. Besides, I'm sure you'd rather just go outside and play. So put this poem down and slowly back away. Please don't read this poem. You're not allowed to read this. You really have to stop. If you don't quit this instant, I swear I'll call a cop. He'll drag you off in handcuffs. He'll lock you up in jail. He'll leave you there forever until you grow old and frail. Your friends will all forget you. You won't be even missed. Your family will likely forget that you exist. And all because you read this poem instead of having fun. It's too late now, amigo. The poem is nearly done. There's only one solution. Here's what you gotta do. Tell your friends and family they shouldn't read this too.
Up next is Jimena Trinidad, a fourth grader from Sam Houston.
Today I'm going to be reciting the speech of George W. Bush, 9/11, address to the nation. Good evening. Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and terrorist attacks. The victims were in airplanes or in their offices, secretaries, businessmen and women, military and federal workers, moms and dads, friends and neighbors. Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror. The pictures of airplanes flying into buildings, fires burning, huge structures collapsing, have filled us with disbelief, terrible sadness, and the quiet, unyielding anger. These acts of mass murder were intended to frighten our nation into chaos and retreat, but they have failed. Our country is strong. A great people were moved to defend a great nation. These terrorist attacks can shake the foundation of our biggest buildings, but they cannot shake the foundation of America. These attacks shattered steel, but they cannot dent the steel of American resolve. America was targeted for the attack because we're the brightest beacon for opportunity and freedom in the world, and no one will stop that light from shining. America and its friends and allies join with all those who want peace and security in the world, and we fight to win the war against terrorism. Tonight, I ask for your prayers for all those who grieve, for the children whose worlds have been shattered, for all those whose sense of safety and security have been threatened, and I pray that they will be comforted by a power greater than any of us, as spoken through the ages of Psalm 23. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Today, the day when all Americans from every walk of life unite in our resolve for justice. None of us will ever forget this day, yet we go on to defend freedom and all that is good and just in our world. Thank you, good night, and God bless America.
Up next, please welcome Laura McCullough, a fifth grader from Shirley J. Williamson.
Hi, my name is Laura McCullum, and I am doing Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why you beset with gloom? Because I walk like I got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hopes springing high, but still I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head, lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops weakened by my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, because I laugh like I got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness. Still, like air, I'll rise. Out of the huts of history's shame, I'll rise. up from a past that's rooted in pain. I'll rise. I am a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling. I bear in the tide, leaving behind nights of terror and fear. I'll rise. Up from a daybreak that's wondrously clear. I'll rise, bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope of a slave. I'll rise, I'll rise, I'll rise.
Please help me welcome I.S.D Suarez, a third grader from Tice Elementary.
Hola, yo me llamo I.S.D Suarez y yo estoy en tercer grado de Tice Elementary. Hoy les voy a decir un cuento que se llama Los Tres Chivos. Mira los chivos, 1, 2, 3 chivos, los chivos pueden correr y saltar. El chivo pequeño dijo, quiero encontrar algo, me voy. Mira el chivo que se va. El chivo pequeño puede subir arriba, arriba, arriba. Mira aquí abajo, aquí hay algo raro. Corre, corre, corre y salta, salta, salta. Aquí voy, chivito, no te puedes ir, te quiero, aquí voy. A mí no, ay, ayuda, ayuda, me voy lejos. Vaya, vaya, el chivo se puede escapar, salta, salta, salta. Ahora vengo yo. Quiero algo, puedo subir hasta aquí. Chivo, chivo, baja, baja hasta aquí, te quiero. A mí no, yo puedo escapar. Corre, corre, corre y salta, salta, salta. Vaya, vaya, el chivo puede correr y saltar, el chivo se puede escapar. El chivo grande quiere algo. Mira el chivo grande, grande. Ahora me toca a mí. Aquí voy. Te veo, chivo grande, te quiero, baja aquí. A mí no puedes hacerme bajar. Sube donde estoy yo. Mira, chivo grande, mira, aquí voy hacia ti. Y allá vas tú, abajo, abajo, abajo. Mira aquí, podemos correr, podemos saltar, podemos jugar, podemos correr y jugar.
Please welcome Emma Jane Acevedo, a fourth grader from Woodland Acres Elementary.
I'm going to be doing hairs by Sandra Cisneros. Everybody in my family has different hair. My papa's is like a broom, all up in the air. And me, my hair is lazy, never obeys barrettes or bands. Carlos's hair is thick and straight. He doesn't need to comb it. Nenny's hair is slippery, slides right out of your hand. And Kiki, who's the youngest, has hair like fur. But my mother's hair, like little rosettes, like little candy circles, all curly and pretty because she pins it in pin curls all day. Sweet to put your nose into while she's holding you and you feel safe, is the warm smell of bread before you bake it, is the smell of when she makes room for you on her side of the bed, still warm with her skin and you sleep near her, the rain falling outside, Papa snoring, the rain, and Mama's hair that smells like bread. Thank you.
Let's give another round of applause to all our participants across Galena Park ISD. I'd also like to thank, and help me thank, our elementary curriculum and instruction team, led by Jennifer Roach, for putting on this event for our students. As always, I'm always so impressed by the talent of our students, and today did not disappoint. If you would, though, please just give us a few moments as we prepare for the award ceremony.
Okay, thank you so much to Ms. Malloy for directing our event and for providing awards. Parents, before we present awards, I want to remind you that all students will be returned to their campus with their prose and poetry sponsor. We will start by calling up our campuses, and we want the whole team to come up as we call you. So congratulations to Cimarron Elementary, led by Paula Black, and our K2 representative, Michaela Moncevalles, and Patience Day. Come on up, Cimarron. How about a round of applause for Cimarron? Congratulations, team. Next, we have Cloverleaf Elementary, led by Melissa Arce, and our K2 representative is Axel Trejo, and our 3-5 representative was Layla Gonzalez. Congratulations, Cloverleaf Elementary. Next, we have, good job, Cloverleaf. Next, we have Galena Park Elementary, led by Diana Resendez. Our K2 representative was Diego Silva, and our 3rd through 5th grade representative was Gabriela Salazar. Good job. Next, we have Green Valley Elementary, led by Mercedes Garcia, our K2 representative, Serena Bors, and our 3rd through 5th grade representative, Allison Pitts. Great job, Green Valley Elementary. Next, we have Havard Elementary, led by Jody Bailey. Our representatives are Carter McCullough and Olivia Washington. Congratulations, Havard Elementary. Next, we have Jacinto City Elementary, led by Sharon Dixon. Her representatives were Sophia Garcia and Natalia Cardenas. Congratulations, Jacinto City Elementary. Next, we have MacArthur Elementary, led by Carol Peel. Our representatives were Micah Rosinette and Juliana Longoria. Congratulations, MacArthur Elementary. Next, we have Normandy Crossing Elementary, led by Dawana Penales. Our student representatives were Jason Cespedes and Naya Bucio. Congratulations, Normandy Crossing. North Shore Elementary was led by Marquita Christensen, and our representatives were Lily Llewellyn and Madeline Arnellis. Congratulations, North Shore. Next up is Purple Sage Elementary, led by Robbie Lennox. Our representatives were Valentina Zaldana and Gabriel Zaldana. Congratulations, Purple Sage. Next up is Pyburn Elementary, led by Debbie Reynolds. Students were Sophia Valdez and Genesis Vargas. Congratulations, Pyburn Elementary. Next up is Sam Houston Elementary, led by Veronica Tovar, and our representatives were Jeremiah Hernandez and Jimena Trinidad. Congratulations, Sam Houston. Next up is Shirley J. Williamson Elementary, led by Shayla Brown, and our student representatives were Sophia Levis and Laura McCullum. Congratulations, Williamson. Next up is Tice Elementary, led by Bick Hun, and our representatives were Angela Paras and Adley Suarez. Congratulations, Tice. And last but certainly not least, we have Woodland Acres Elementary, led by Guadalupe Suque, and our student representatives are Abril Pina and Emma Jane Acevedo. Congratulations to Ways. Parents and sponsors, as you leave this afternoon, please take your students' posters home with you. Those are yours to keep. And on behalf of Galena Park I.S.D., thank you all for your attendance today. We are so excited to see families back in our schools enjoying performances by our students. Have a great afternoon.